At the Abbott house, Kyle texts Ravi to keep trying to restore the memory card. He asks Abby why she stopped interviewing Dinah. Jack wants to know too. Abby says Dinah went increasingly to fantasy. Jack suggests they give a screening for the documentary. Dinah appears, ready to go to the club for her swimming lesson. They convince her to reschedule. Dinah introduces John to her new friend, Kyle, and whispers to her grandson that they don't want John getting suspicious. After, Kyle wonders if she thought he was Brent Davis. Jack shrugs that Dinah had affairs, he's just glad Dad never knew. He ruminates about trying to live up to John, and wants to be a better father to Kyle. Later, Kyle presses Abby about the intriguing tidbits on Dinah's interview. Abby won't give spoilers. Kyle gets a text from Ravi, it's the restored video. At Victoria's house, she is surprised when Mac arrives. Her kids are missing their father. She needs to know what happened to JT. She rants about JT trying to kill Victor and abandoning his kids, and asks Victoria if she knows where he is. Victoria doesn't, and wishes she'd listened to Mac regarding JT's behavior. Mac realizes it got bad. Victoria confides about the physical abuse. Mac says JT never hit her, but she recognized the pattern. Victoria apologizes, but Mac is just sorry she didn't try harder to convince her. She vows JT must be found. Victoria says it may not be possible. At Crimson Lights, Mariah and Sharon watch Nick intently trying to track down JT. Sharon tries to stop him from going to Victoria's. Mariah's confused. Sharon confides that JT was abusing Victoria, and her home should be her sanctuary. On the patio, Phyllis congratulates the glowing Hillary and asks about Devin's reaction to her pregnancy news. Hill wanted him to be excited as she was, but he acted like he was ashamed of her and the baby. Phyllis urges her to give him time. Hillary wants to blame Simone for their troubles, but admits she's sometimes her own worst enemy. Inside, Mac arrives, and informs Nick and Sharon that Victoria opened up about JT's abuse. Sharon looks tense. Nick decides to go to his sister's. Sharon updates Phyllis that Nick's on his way to Victoria's to let her know she can tell him anything. Phyllis will handle it. At Hamilton Winters, Neil and Lily question Devin about Hillary's stunt. Devin won't discuss it with either of them. Neil tries again. Devin isn't up for a Hillary bashing session, it's inappropriate. He entered into an agreement and a child has been conceived. He exits, and Lily opines that Devin wants to be a father, but doesn't want a baby with Hillary. Lily bets he was hoping the pregnancy wouldn't take. Hillary enters, and Lily accuses her of hoping Devin would be there. Neil presses Lily not to fight, and congratulates Hillary. Lily vows to open Devin's eyes to her manipulative ways. Hill threatens she won't get to know her future niece or nephew. They continue butting heads. Lily insists Devin will give her access to ensure the child has a proper female in its life. Neil jumps in as Hillary lunges at Lily, they have to get along. At the club bar, Jack wonders why Devin's not happier. Devin alludes to issues with Hillary. Jack goes on about his own father's love, and his regrets about Kyle. He advises Devin to put the work in from day one regardless of his feelings about Hillary. Next, Devin talks to Mariah about the pregnancy. Nick arrives at Victoria's place, where she's dismayed Victor told her about the abuse. She doesn't want her brother to save her, but Nick vows to find JT. As he presses for more information, Phyllis shows up claiming they have a girls' night planned and Nick's not invited. He leaves, and Sharon arrives. Victoria realizes they thought she'd cave and confess to Nick. Sharon wants to reconsider telling the police, going to prison might be better than the guilt. She leaves to get air. At Chancellor Park, Sharon stands over JT's burial spot. Phyllis and Victoria appear, concerned about looking suspicious. Sharon decides to go home. At Sharon's place, Nick puzzles to Sharon about Phyllis and Victoria being friends. He thinks Sharon seems off. She's going to bed, it's been a long day. Upstairs, Sharon has a nightmare that JT's hand pops up from the dirt in the park. Nick enters and urges her to talk about what's bothering her. She agonizes, and he looks concerned as he makes tea. At Victoria's, Phyllis assures Vicky they won't let Sharon blow this for the rest of us. At the Abbott house, Jack interrupts Kyle as he's watching the Dinah interview on his phone. Kyle stops it. He turns down Jack's invitation to watch baseball, then resumes the video and learns the secret that Jack is not John's son. Next on The Young and the Restless. Victor meets with Arturo,